Hi everyone, welcome to the second video on how to access securely to private resources in AWS using SSM. And today we're going to cover on how we can access private RDS instances with an isolated relay instance. So let's start. So first, let's review the VPC setup. From the previous video that I've shared, we will use an isolated instance that doesn't have any internet connectivity, and it is completely isolated from the outside world and can be accessed. So first, let's review the security group. I want to cover a best practice in security groups. I'm referencing the security group ID to the PostgreSQL port, and this is the security group that I'm placing on the RDS instance that I want to access to. It's recommended to use this way as it's the most secure way. In this setup, we will connect to an Aurora writer instance, which is, as you can see here, it's not publicly accessible, and it is sharing the same security group as the instance that I will forward my connection from to the database itself. Default port, nothing is configured, and I will use the writer endpoint of Aurora to connect to this instance. Just to see that the instance is on the isolated subnet and it has no internet connectivity. So at first, let's verify that the instance has no internet connectivity. Let's connect to the instance itself. And here you can see I don't have any internet connectivity, and that's covered that. As you recall, and you can see in the previous video, the instance also had an IAM role that allows SSM to use it in order to connect to the instance. And now we will use the same SSM, but a different automation document that will allow us to port forward to a remote host, which will be the RDS instance that I want to connect to. And the instance will be, in general, will be like a private secured bastion server or a hop server, jump server, you can call it however you want, which is accessible only securely via SSM. In order to do that, I will use the automation document that is called AWS Start Port Forwarding Session to Remote Host. And let's see how it works. Let's copy the command. Let's edit the instance ID to the isolated instance ID. Let's add the region because I don't want to be mistaken in the region. And you can see that I'm mapping the default Postgres port on the cloud to my local port, which will be the same one on my host. And the last thing that is missing is the host URL that I want to forward to. So we'll take it from the Aurora writer DNS and we'll add it. Once I clicked it, I will start a session with a port forwarding connection into the Aurora Postgres privately. And you can see that my port is open and connected. And now I can simulate connecting using pSQL to my local host, which will forward it into the RDS instance. So here is my connection, and I'm connected securely. And you can see that this is indeed the RDS instance, the Aurora RDS instance that I'm connected to. I will also show it in PG admin just to make sure. So here is my PG admin. Let's register a new server, which will be the demo via SSM port forward. The connection is to my local host forwarding. And I will put my password and I will connect. And here you go. I'm connected to the instance securely in the cloud. I can do anything I want to develop and debug without any public connection whatsoever, and doing it in a secure manner. Also to mention that anything that I'm doing via SSM is being audited in CloudTrail for security auditing. And that's it for now. Thank you for joining. If you like, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And write in the comments what else you would want to see in this channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.